Because what is up? Today it's 10th May 2. Today I'm going to be doing a video on top 10 tips for noobs in Fortnite Battle Royale. So the first one is land in non-populated places, so like motel or junk or haunted hills or here or racetrack or here. I'm going to land here and pushing it to here. So yeah, land in non-populated places. That's the first tip. Land at that big tree. The big tree does have loot sometimes. Sometimes if it doesn't, I push towards the bridge. It doesn't have loot this time, so I either push over there or to the bridge here, which has a chest on top and has a chest on the bottom as well. So good, should be good loot starting off. You don't take damage from falling off here, but be careful when you're coming down. Oh, be careful when you're coming down there, because the edges here and here and here could push you off, and you could go down to 60 health. If you drop down there. So, you should always take these crates down here as well if you land here. Again, the first thing is land non-populated places like Flush, Factories, Lucky, Moisty, Racetrack, Lonely, the houses up here, Junk, the broken down houses, Motel, Haunted House, and the soccer pitch. If you're landing in as a noob, if it's like your first or second game in Fortnite Battle Royale. So I'll see you in the second tip. Okay, so tip number 2 is stick with the longer range weapons. Tip number 1 is landing non-populated places. So this is tip number 2. Stick with the longer range weapons like the ARs, and if you have good accuracy, which you don't as a noob, because this is, as I've said in the first clip, top 10 tips for noobs. You wouldn't have good accuracy if you're a noob, but you might have. I do not use the skin to play. I do actually have the Black Knight skin. So yeah, sorry, I'm tired, but the second tip would be use a longer range weapons. So whoa, this guy is hit him. That's a good shot. Good bandage up. He thinks I'm a noob because I'm missing 2 shots, but I never use the hunting rifle. Woo! Maybe I should start using it. Oh, it was a beautiful shot. Straight through the bush. Oh yeah, you should always pick longer range weapons over like SMGs and stuff. I'd never try and use assault rifles. I mean SMGs as the short combat. You should always pick assault rifles and stuff if you're okay. But if you're good at the game, which most noobs aren't starting off, you should use the assault rifles and maybe the burst. Very good close range weapon. I may use it sometimes. But yeah, don't use these weapons at close range at all. It's just I don't have a burst at the moment. So I would normally use this as close range. Well, I wouldn't, but noobs probably should at close range instead of the shotgun. He's looted this. Let's see what loot he has. Scope the ore. Not that bad loot. Not very good either. Oh yeah, number 2 is try and use longer range weapons like assault rifles and stuff instead of shotgun. Alright guys, so tip number 3 is if you only find regular assault rifles, burst rounds with like 3 or 4 shots. If you don't find bursts, if you don't find the burst rifle is generally the best rifle to use. So if you don't find the regular assault rifle, just use the burst. I mean, just if you don't find the burst assault rifle, shoot the regular assault rifle in burst rounds. If you can, like this, in regular burst rounds. So I'll end this video clip when I'm out of this fight. I don't think I should rush because I dropped the grenades. I think I should pick them up again. Oh crap, I missed. I'm so bad with infantry. What? Okay. Anyway, yeah, tip number 3 is the fire the assault rifle in burst rounds, like 3 shots at a time, because the bullet spray. So yeah. Right, so tip number 4 is watch out for the circle. Tip number 4 for noobs in Fortnite is watch out for the circle. If you're out when you drop, or when like with the first circle, if you're outside the first circle, watch for it. So an example here, I'm in the circle at the moment, but so an example would be if you land in snobby, or if you land in snobby now, you would start running when it's at a minute, when the timer in the top right, the timer is on a minute before, not when the circle is coming in, when before the circle is coming in, when the timer is on a minute. So yeah, in 50 seconds you'd be running now if you're in snobby. So watch out for the circle is tip number 4. Tip number 5 as a noob is don't try and max kills, avoid death. So if you're a noob, and you hear shooting, don't go in and try and kill people, because if you're just starting the game, it's likely that you have little or no experience of playing the game. So don't try and max out your kill. Well, not really max out your kills, but like don't try and get high kill games as a noob. It's when you get better at the game, try and get more high kill games. So number 5 is don't try and get high kill games, and try and stay alive as a noob. Tip number 6 is don't loot the people that you killed straight away. As you can see, I'm just out of a fresh gunfight with a shotgun, and I've 1 kill in the top right. I've just killed that guy, so you have to watch out for a while, see if there is anyone before you loot the person that you killed. So you can see no one now. I can go and loot. He's an RPG. Thank you very much. Only 6 rockets for me. Not the mini. Okay. Yeah. So tip number 6 is don't loot the people you kill straight away. Tip number 7 is in the middle of the circle, don't build really big bases as a noob, because then you'll be spotted. Like, if you're in the circle, build. I can hear someone. Just build like a quick 1 by 1 like me. This instead of going all out and just building like this. So as a noob, this is not what you want to do. I'm actually not a noob, believe it or not. I do have the noob skin on just for this game. I do have Black Knight, if you're wondering. So as a noob, this is not what you want to be doing in the middle of the circle, building huge bases like this. Because then that way you get spotted and there'll be too much people going onto you if you're in populated places in the middle of the circle. This. Oh, outside the circle. Anyway, yeah. Don't build. Tip number 7 is don't build huge bases as a noob. See, you get spotted and you might die. Tip number 8 is you should always, as a noob, edit the cone. You should always put the stairs like this. See, when you're going down a mountain or something, you could like jump down like that, and then edit the cone like this as to use that as a ramp. So if you're building, let's just say I'm gonna get a bit of wood for you. Just say if you're trying to build a quick 1 by 1. And you can switch left instead of trying to switch twice to the right. So let me do that again. Oh, it does take some time to get used to. It does something like that. You'll get used to it. So yeah, edit the cone like this to be your ramp. This guy's a good builder. How did I miss that pump shot? .47 headshot, what? And that's kind of what I hate about the pump shotgun right now, is you get really low headshots and stuff. So yeah, since I have an RPG, I might as well just keep on going with this video clip. Number 9 is be prepared with explosive weapons, just like that. This. This. Oh my god. RPG reload. Need to be prepared for explosive weapons like that, because the damage splash could hit you, just like they killed me there. But I did get the kill, so I'm on 3 kills. So yeah, tip number 9 as a noob, to be prepared for explosive weapons. Alright guys, so tip number 9 is break small boxes and stuff for mats, and so break these stuff for mats, and break the chests when you open them, and those boxes as well. potions, they give you really good materials. As you can see, I'm on 90. Bad circle. So let's say on to tip number 10. Tip number 10. So tip number 10 for noobs in Fortnite is drink your shield potions or slurp juices, whatever, ASAP. Because if you land in populated places like I did not do, you should always if you do land in populated places, you need that shield just in case someone rushes you. But if you don't see much people landing near you, you could wait on for minis if you find big shields. Drink your shield potions as soon as possible if you're a noob in Fortnite Battle Royale, because if you're not a noob, then you can sort of hold off. This is actually perfect. You can sometimes hold off if you're a good player in Fortnite. You sometimes hold off with shield. Because you have more experience in gunfights than noobs. If you are a noob, drink your shield potions and stuff like slurp juices and shield potions as soon as possible.